Hello and welcome to the Agile Hive review for the month of May. Today we're going to present you what the team did in the last 4 weeks within Agile Hive Data Center, for Agile Hive Data Center. As usual, and as you have already noted when you entered this meet, this presentation will be recorded. We'll put it on YouTube afterwards. It will be publicly available, so you can just type in Agile Hive Data Center review on YouTube and you will find this video there. So if you don't want to appear on the video when you say something, or in case you say something, please turn off your camera. Otherwise, if you want to say something and want to stay anonymous, please tell us afterwards so that we can edit out the part where you said or shared something, in case you want to do that. Okay, all right. So the next review will be in about a month's time, so on the 4th of June, 2024. And feel free to invite your colleagues, or as I said, visit the review page afterwards, or just look the video up on YouTube. Okay, so now off to the important parts. What did the team achieve in the last 4 weeks? I'm going to present the first 2 parts combined, because a lot of you wished for our health checks to not be visible to anybody, but just to administrators within the Jira system. So when you now visit a project or a project page in Jira, the health check will only appear to you if you are either system administrator, a Jira administrator, or if you are the project administrator or in the project administration group for that specific project. Let me just finish the section, Tobias, then you can answer, then you can post your question, okay? Possibly we want to extend that so that the project administrators for the art project is able to see the health check for their related teams as well, because it might be important too, because he might not have access to the next part. You asked for an overview page for all the health checks within your Jira system. And we provided this page within the administration part of Jira. And we added a new section called health check, obviously, where we will list the health checks for all arts within that Jira system. So as you can see here, we would list them alphabetically, one beneath the other. Oh, sorry, wrong. I wanted to click on the arrow. And in case there are problems within one health check or within one art, this health check will travel to the top, will be pushed to the top, and it will be displayed here as you know it from the health check on the project pages. So we will highlight the respective health check with red, so that you can easily see that there's a problem. And you will, when you open or expand this health check, you will see the same structure as you would see on the project-specific health checks that were there before, listing all the problems that might occur and highlighting the ones that actually happened in red. The functionality is quite the same. You click on the respective project settings part for your team or wherever the link will lead you, and you will come to the specific page where you can solve the underlying problem here. So now Tobias, you can ask your question if you want to.
All good. I just wanted to give a thumb up and press the wrong button.
Okay, yeah.
So you can continue.
A common thing. Thank you. Okay. This will be released within the next release. We're not sure if we want to call it 367.0 as the next feature release, or as a 366.1, that would be the next bug fix release, but I think this specifies a feature release for itself, so 367 might be the way to go. All right, continuing. In the last review, we announced that we were going to remove a functionality from Instaprinter, specifically the direct print function. Because this is appears to be broken for a while now, and we did not receive any feedback from any users. And also, the libraries that this specific functionality used is quite outdated, so it might pose a security risk on the long run too. And we decided to remove the direct print functionality and also the configuration options with that go along with these. So here on the screenshot, the global configuration for Instaprinter, and you see here the 3 options that are going to be removed. And also, this will lead to this print button here on the Instaprinter print wizard being removed too. It might just as well be the case that you have never seen this print button before because you did not use the functionality, because most people will actually use the save as PDF functionality. This is not affected by this. This will function as before. So yeah, you can still print your issues. You just have to go the one step further over the PDF viewer. This will also come in the next version. Okay, then one bug fix that will also appear in the next version. Within the PI dropdown, the current PI was no longer highlighted. This was a CSS bug that crept in a while ago. And we restored the highlighting for that option so that it's easier now, or it's easier again, to reach the current PI once you moved away from the current PI and maybe looked at the last PI or the PI before that. And so it's easier to find your way back to that one too. All right, then 2 other tasks that we finished within those 4 weeks. As you might have seen, we have released the shared services feature, or the first part of the shared services feature, where you can now mark projects as shared service projects. And also you can now link shared service team issues to features on the art or on any art. And you can see them on the reports as well. So to make it a little bit easier for you, we just added the parts in we added a small part in the documentation on this for the getting started, where you can actually mark shared service projects in the project hierarchy section in the admin part, as well as what you can expect to see once you're using the art report, where you can see shared service teams or their contribution to an art on the PI overview, and how to link your shared service team issues to art issues. This will obviously get expanded when we continue working on shared service functionality, because for the current PI, we want to also show shared service teams on the breakout board, and if possible also on the art planning board. But coming to that after the last quick task. With the last release, the 366.0, we ensured also the compatibility for Jira 9.15. So, yeah, within the last 4 weeks, we also had our PI planning for the now current PI. And what we planned there, I'm going to present to you now. First, something that you might already know from the last PI. We are still in the task of updating or improving the property calculation mechanisms We wanted to discourage you from using the manual recalculation, which, as the name says, recalculates all properties for all issues in all of Jira, which is obviously, by the time now 4 years have passed for some of you that are using Agile Hive, a lot of issues. So we started with a project-specific and a time frame-specific calculation and finished this up until the portfolio part. But this gave us a little headache because we had to work around the issue that not all issues were findable that would have to be recalculated. So from when this feature is released, we will display a little help text here that will say you to only update when to trigger the manual recalculation or the project-specific recalculation. And also it will tell you that you will have to do a re-index first because we are relying on the planning interval custom field now to find all the issues that we want to recalculate. And when your Jira has been deactivated, sorry, not your Jira, your Agile Hive plugin has been deactivated, obviously the custom field functionality is also deactivated. So calculated planning intervals will not be written into the index. So you have to update that first so that the recalculation will find all the issues within your system that will be affected by the recalculation. Long story short, it's almost done this time now, fingers crossed. So, and another announcement, with this, we are going to remove the nightly cron job because the nightly cron job triggers the manual recalculation, which, yeah, as I said before, will do a lot of work that might be unnecessary right now because it will also touch very, very old issues and thus take up your system's resources unnecessarily. Okay. Also, a spillover from the last PI, the loading performance of the breakout board. We split the breakout board loading into loading for each team on the breakout board individually, but that led to problems with the dependencies being visible on the breakout board. So we had to find a way around this and put all the dependency calculation in the background, which was handled by the front end before now, which led to more problems. Yeah. We figured this out right now, and it's in the PR stage right now. So hopefully it will be released soon. You can expect your breakout board to load faster. Okay, the next two things that we planned and did already were the health check for administrators only. As you've seen that I just presented that, and the removing of the direct print functionality. Also mentioned already, we want to display the shared service teams or their issues that they are working on the breakout board for each art, so that not only on the reports you will see what they contribute to your art, but also on the breakout board you can have a more detailed view on which issues these teams contribute to which features. Okay. And last but not least, for the user visible features, we want to create PIs from the solution level on and propagate them downwards towards all the arts beneath that solution. It's a very lightweight approach. We are starting with the functionality that you already know from the art level and just giving you the possibility to trigger that from the solution level. And when you do that, it will create PIs within all the arts. So same functionality as before, the same permission checks. We will also look at all arts individually and then all teams individually. If the person triggering it has all the rights to create sprints, for example. And with this, will also come the introduction for the planning interval custom field on the solution level, on solution issues. Sorry. Planning interval custom field on solution issues. Also with the question. Someone is talking. Okay. We want to have the calculated PI on solution level issues as well as on on art issues, and you should also be able to set the PI manually on these issues as you know that from art issues already. Yeah. Then we will have 2 enablers for us. Next is we have to evaluate the next Jira platform. Atlassian bases all its products on a shared platform. The name for next one is Platform 7, and this will arrive with Jira 10. And from our colleagues that work with Confluence, they already told us that we have to expect breaking changes, so that some of our functionality might not work as it does now. So we will have to evaluate what actions we have to take to ensure compatibility and to ensure compatibility for Jira 10 in the future. The new version will likely arrive within Q3 of 2024, maybe Q4, but that puts it in our next PI. So in this PI, we'll have to see what, so we will have to test and we will have to evaluate what steps to take. And also one long-running task that we mention all the time, we are working on our test and our build pipeline. And here again, I'm coming back to our to Seibert's other product, Linchpin. We want to synergize with them and share a little bit more knowledge and technology between the 2 build pipelines. And also, we want to work on our test capabilities on very large instances. So also, again, a performance-related issue here. All right, that concludes my long rambling. I hope to see you all again next time in beginning of June. Have a good month until then, and see you then.